Tamikaze here, going over the long-term portfolio I made on my paper trading account so I could track it for you all and how I broke down everything I did. So this is just me going through some of the ultimate portfolio, picking out plays that I thought had the most upside and also had liquidity enough where I believed I could get leaps and shares and get the prices I want on it and move them once profitability was in play. So I have it broken down here by shares and leaps. So all of these calls are for January 2022 or as long as it would have allowed me to go out. So why did I get shares on some and why did I get leaps on others? So, and why did I buy in the amounts that I bought? So typically, you can see the market value here. I didn't put more than 10% into any position. I put some more into some because of the upside there I thought was greater than others. So let's break this down by shares first. So all of these are high dividend paying stocks. So the upside on the shares versus the upside on the calls is actually greater, and you're limiting your risk. And one thing you can do every week is actually, because you have in the quantity in the hundreds of each, is every week you could sell covered calls and collect free premium on all these as you hold the shares. So I could do 10 here, 5 here, 3 here, 2 here, and then one of each of these every week. And I could be collecting a few $100 a week just in premium off of covered calls on these. While I collect all of these have a 5 to 10%. NYMT actually has I believe, 17% dividend with a low price range. So this has upside and good dividend. All of these have upside, which is why I picked them, and they all have a very high dividend. So that's why I got shares of there. And then the rest of these are all based on not only portfolio value, but I picked sectors here. I got defense and aerospace, I got financials, I got energy. I also have healthcare here. So all of these are lagging sectors to the S&P and Nasdaq. So tech has been holding us this year, and these will be coming back over the next year and a half, which is why I picked a lot of these low risk, high upside stocks. And you can pick your own portfolio, do your own research on the list I gave you, pick your favorites, go from there. So let's talk about this week's performance and what we got here. So these are our net gainers right here. You can see year-to-date gains. Our biggest one is Neo. We actually lost some on Friday, so this is something I believe long-term Neo is going to be okay. They did have the liquidation. Berkshire is just always going to be a consistent gainer, so a lot of these you can see which ones are in the money here and which ones are not. And a lot of them that are outside the money are not that far outside the money, and some of these I picked were at the money and are now in the money. So you're just picking your risk versus reward. On each one of these, I picked a price target above what I thought this would get to, and then my call strike was very much below that to leave profitability. So you can see, even after 1 week, this is not going to be like this every week, but we could see we're having a very good week. We are up net on the portfolio about almost 9,000 through the first week, almost 10%. So you can see here, I started with 100K, and we are up 9,300 here. And on Friday, we were up 3,000. And I didn't sell any covered calls this week, so this could have been easily close to 10,000. If we're making 10,000 a week, 10% a week, that's something to be desired. So we're going to have some red weeks, but I just kind of want to show you the exact portfolio breakdown that I had here. So I didn't pick all 100 stocks because that takes a lot more money. And you don't have to do the quantities that I have here. You could literally just have each position worth, let's say you pick 25 stocks, you could have 2% of your portfolio or 4% of your portfolio, or let's say you have 10,000, so you do 400 of each depending on that. Or if you want to do the shares, then instead of doing 1,000, maybe do 100, or you just do one or the other. So just wanted to show you what a portfolio could look like, one that you could design yourselves. If you have questions on it, feel free to shoot me some questions. I'm going to be designing some more in the future, but this is something I like to do every year, is design portfolios, track them, see how they do, and then it's something we can get in at any time and track it as well. So this is a good practice for yourself, and this is the one that I made recently.